Hi everyone, Paul and Tessa Scale Modeler. Welcome to another review today. We've got a comparison view today of Harder Steenbeck Evolutions. Now, I've done the Ultra in the past and we've done the Infinity CR Plus as well. So we've done the lower end of the market and their higher end, and these are the middle road ones. I owned an Evolution for a number of years, never reviewed it. Don't know why I never did, but now's the opportunity to do that. So basically what we've got an Evolution 2-in-1. And an Evolution CR Plus 2-in-1. Now the 2-in-1 is basically the, if you go to the other cam you can see, is the 0.2 and 0.4mm needle set. So you get the needle, the nozzle and the nozzle air cap as well. And the 2 and the 5mm colour cups in there. So that's what you get in there. The RRP on that is £129.99 I believe. 98 pence, sorry. And then we've got the Harder Steenbeck Evolution CR Plus 2-in-1, which is the same. 0.2, 0.4mm needle and the 2 and the 5mm colour cup. The difference is they have lids on them. You also get the pinch tip, easy clean nozzle on this as well as a few other things which I'll run through in a minute. And the RRP on this, if I just refer back to my notes quickly, is £174.98. So if we start with just the standard 2-in-1 first, and we'll have a quick overview of what we get. So you get the cardboard sleeve with just a few pictures, basically the information about your airbrush, its serial number, what's in the box. You get your instruction book, which we'll go through in a second, which is in various languages. I think we've been through all these before with Infinity, so I won't go on too long because it's a generic instruction book. And then we've got the airbrush itself in a nice hard plastic case. As you can see, quite nice inside. You've got the name. You've got your airbrush, which is 2mm colour cup, the 5mm colour cup, the 2mm needle set already in there, and you've got the 4mm needle set in there separately as well. So as you can see, you get the actual needle, the nozzles inside, and the nozzle air piece as well. So that's what you get as the extra. These are nickel finished. Very attractive looking airbrush. Like I said, there's a few differences between this and the other one, which I'll run through in a sec. I'll just open both boxes so you can see what you get. Like I say, you get the two different colour cup sizes. I can't cope with the small one. I just spill paint everywhere, so I automatically always need the bigger one. So that's why I tend to get the ones with the bigger colour cups. So that's a standard Evolution. Like I said, that one's £129.98. If you buy it without the 2-in-1, I think, if I can just quickly look back to my notes, the standard airbrush with just a 0.2mm needle is about £99, but it is slightly different again. It's a Silverline Solo, that's £98.98, and all you're getting there is the 2mm needle and the 2mm cup. That's it. So you do get a bit more for your money with that one. We've got the Evolution CR Plus. Again, same instruction book, same outer cardboard sleeve. It's a black case for this one. And the main difference is the finish is different. As you can see, it's chrome as opposed to nickel on this one. You get both colour cups. Again, as you can see, the difference is they get lids, which are not a luxury. I think you need them really, especially if you spill paint like I do. And you get the same needle sets. Now the difference is, and I'll go through them quickly. Again, I've got my notes next to me to make it easy. The difference over the Evolution CR Plus to the standard Evolution, this is nickel plated, this is triple chrome plated I believe. So chrome's a lot more durable than nickel. Some people can have a nickel allergy, I do from time to time. The chrome plating's a lot harder wearing. My original Evolution was just a standard one, and over time it wore away under the edge of the needle chuck at the back and on the front, basically where skin had made contact with it. So over time it not necessarily will, but it more than likely will wear away. So the chrome plating's a lot more durable, and it's going to make the airbrush finish last a lot longer. You've got the standard needle seal in here, which is right in here. If you've ever taken it apart, it's a bit where the needle slides through. Single seal in there. These are triple sealed, so where there's one seal in there, there's 3 in here. So again, that adds to longevity, ease of use, and makes it a bit more reliable as well. You've got a screw-on air cap on this, which is this piece at the end, as you can see. So just your standard piece. The thing with that is you can't backflow it unless you get one of Martin's handy little yellow covers to go over, and there's no way to wipe the needle either, more importantly. So that's a bit of a pain. On the CR Plus you get the pinch tip that starts off life on the Infinity. Beauty of that is you can get a bit of tissue in there and you can literally clean that needle tip so easy. You can also hold your finger over and backflow it as well to clean the airbrush through. Next thing, the rubber grip, which are these rubber O-rings in the centre. They've been replaced with a solid part. These are renowned for wearing away once you get solvents on them, because solvents and rubber and what have you don't last, and they eventually just perish and gone. So that's another improvement. You've also got the paint cup lids included in this, like I said before as well. Personally, I prefer the look of the chrome plated. I think it's a lot prettier finish. There's not much in it, but as you see, it is a bit more shiny. It makes it a bit more nicer look into the eye, I think. And obviously those few other differences make a big deal as well, especially that pinch tip. I can't be without that. All my Evolutions, my Infinity, even my Ultra had those, and I just couldn't cope without it. Now these were supplied by Martin, air-craft.net. This is for myself, and this one will be getting donated in our Christmas mega prize draw. So one of you lucky people will be winning this brush. It's brand spanking new. That is the first time I've handled it, and I will not be putting anything through it today at all. So the lucky winner receives a brand spanking airbrush. That's a very generous donation. That was from Martin at air-craft.net. So that's fantastic. Someone very lucky is going to win this. So there's a basic overview differences. They both come with quick releases, which again is a necessity in my opinion, especially if you've got multiple airbrushes, because you don't want to be undoing the hoses to, you know, change everything and all the time. So you just get quick release, which is one of these. I'll show it. There's my Harder Steenbeck one on its hose, and to change it, you have your quick release on the bottom, push it in, job done. And when you come to change it, you pop that out. My compressor's not on here, I just had a click, and that's it. So that's how quick it is to switch and change between airbrushes. If I can find, there we go. We'll pop my compressor on. So there's the basic overview. So like I say, the CR Plus chrome plated. You got the better pinch tip, you got the triple needle seal inside, you got the colour cup lids, which I didn't really show, but it will. So each one, even the smaller 2mm, has a nice colour cup lid. What that basically means is if you're busy airbrushing away, if you tip her up too much and the paint comes over the edge, it's not going to go all over your model, the lid will stop it. There is a hole in the middle obviously, so it doesn't cause a suction effect, but you don't get that with the standard 2-in-1. And I have spilled paint, and I have spilled paint on models before, and there's nothing more depressing at all. It's very annoying. So that's it, basic overview. Like I say, 174, 128, 99, was it 129, 98? That's what it was. So there's a bit of a price difference in there, but I think alone that needle nozzle cap will cost you, I think that's an extra £20 of an option, and even the 4mm needle comes with it, because when you change needle size you have to replace all this front end. So you've got the needle nozzle inside, the cap, and this comes with the pinch tip on both of them as well. Colour cup lids, again an option that you can get, but they cost you, I can't remember what they are now. I bet it's around the £15 mark with both. The triple seal inside, again you can upgrade. So you've already got one of these, you can upgrade it to triple seal, no problem. You can upgrade the pinch tip, you can upgrade the colour cups sizes, and get the lids, but you can't upgrade the finish. It's either chrome or nickel, and that's about it. Now, the only difference between this and the CR Plus, so I just moved this one out of the way for a sec. Again, I'm reading back to my notes, is the Infinity has the trigger tension adjustment and the preset rear handle. So basically it's a red part. If I grab my Infinity, I'll show you. So it's basically this back. So that's the only real difference between the CR Plus Evolution and the CR Plus Infinity. So basically it's this back, and obviously you can adjust the tension on this, and you've got the needle stop button on the back, which only allows the needle to travel a preset distance, which has its uses. Don't tend to use it as much as I should, but to me the Infinity is a bit of a better looking airbrush. I love this thing. It's my favourite airbrush. I've had a multitude of Iwaters, all different airbrushes, and to me this really does the job it needs. The only thing I would like to try other than this is one of Iwaters higher end airbrushes, the Custom CM, is it? They're about £360. I'd love to see how one of those compares against this. They're a lot of money though, but I would be interested to see how they compare to this, which is basically Harder Steenbeck's flagship airbrush as far as I'm concerned. But you know, you can pick them up for £165, so that's an absolute bargain to me. Now, 9 times out of 10, I'll use the 0.2mm needle, and that will do a multitude of jobs. I see people all the time on the internet saying, oh, primer won't go through 0.2mm, you can't base coat, you can't spray large aircraft, etc, etc. I'd have to disagree with that. I think you can. I prime all the time with AK, Vallejo primer, using just a 0.2mm needle, and never have any problems spraying the primer. Get a little bit of needle tip drying, but with that pinch tip you can easily clean that off in seconds, and that's about it. The only primer I've found you can't spray for a 0.2mm is the Badger Stylerise. I can't say the name properly, but that's a really thick primer, and I actually recommends a 0.5mm needle, so there's no wonder you can't get it for a 0.2. As for not being able to spray larger models, I sprayed 132 Corsair, 132 F16 with ease with the 0.2mm needle. So they're fairly large aircraft, they're not the biggest. I've got a project coming up that's a 132 Trumpeter SU30, and that thing is like 2.5 foot long nearly. I probably will up the size to the 0.4mm needle on that, just for the coverage, because it is literally 2.5 foot long. It's huge, absolutely massive. But for 90% of the time, whether it's priming, base coating, detail painting, painting small parts of cockpits, individual parts, pre-shading, post-shading, paint effects, clear coating, anything. You watch any of my videos, you'll see me doing it with the 0.2mm needle. It will do the job fine. So the only time I tend to change to the 0.4 is when I'm using our Ultimate, and yeah, I've got to plug them, the Ultimate washers, because I find they don't spray as cleanly through the 0.2mm. Put the 0.4 in, they spray great. So that's the only time I'll normally change it. But having the option to change is nice, and it's always there if you need it. Like I say, you're going to spray a larger aircraft, chuck it in, and you'll easily cover it. So that's about it, really. What I'll probably do at a later date, I'll probably do a proper standalone review of this CR Plus, and we'll see it in action, see it getting sprayed. But like I said, I don't want to spray this one at all. That's the first time I've touched it today. I'm going to wipe it down now, put it back in its box, and it's going to go with the prize stash. For one lucky person to win just before Christmas. Got to thank Martin again for supplying these, especially for giving that one away. Well, allowing me to give it away in the prize draw. Very generous. And that's it. Okay, set up a little test bed. I didn't go to the spray booth. I'm going to spray a little bit of paint. Nothing too drastic, so I'll do it without the extractor. I've got the CR Plus on the airline for my compressor. Got a little bit of Mr. Hobby Flat Red. And we'll just quickly spray it and see how she sprays, and just take you over a quick overview. Like I say, you've seen the spray before, because it's basically the CR Plus Infinity, which I did a test of, but we'll still show it today anyway. So like I say, Mr. Hobby Flat Red, brand new tin. So as you can see, nice empty colour cup. Probably spill this everywhere now going in. But we'll pop a little bit in. Always wipe up any excess you get. Give the old thinner a little bit of a shake. You don't want it too thin. And we don't have a stirring stick because they're over in the paint booth. So we'll use a micro brush instead. Just give it a good stir up, and then what I like to do is give it a good backflow, just to ensure that all the paint's got mixed up properly and that you've not got solid paint down the bottom. Like so. Always check that you pull back as hard as you possibly can, and then try and write your name as I normally do. And if you can do that good enough, then you're normally fine. So like I said, it's the 0.2mm needle. Remove these. Oh, we knock everything over. Remove these out of the way. Excuse my makeshift spray booth. And we'll just put a base coat on. There's no primer on this, it's just bare plastic. So it's going to need nice thin coats to avoid it running here, there and everywhere. You really should be in the spray booth, and if not, you should have a respirator on. Sadly I can't do that because you won't be able to hear me talk. And all we're doing is building up that paint. Obviously it's a white background, so there's a few coats. As you can see, if that was a larger model, you'd have no real dramas covering that. So there's your 0.2mm needle. Obviously the 0.4 is a lot bigger a spread. Now if you're starting to get needle tip drying, which you probably can't see. In fact, let's put the colour cup lid on. Practice what we preach. If you can see that there, if I put that behind, you see there's a little bit of paint accumulating on the needle tip. So this is where you can come in and simply wipe it away like that. Needs a little bit of cleaner actually, put a little bit of UMP cleaner on the cloth. That makes it 10 times easier to use. And there we go, that's all gone. And again, we should be able to, nice wide spray pattern. I think if anything, that paint could have done with thinning a little bit more. Down to nice thin lines. Like I say, I'm not sure just how thin a line we can get on here. So there's your line for your basic pre-shading. That paint definitely is thinning a little bit. You can see the kind of nice thin lines this thing will do. To say the paint's not perfect, it needs thinning more. The paint was a little bit thinner. I'll be able to do a lot thinner lines than that. And obviously that's the beauty of a precision airbrush. I know you can use cheaper airbrush and a lot of people swear by them, but for myself, I don't think you can beat a quality tool. You know, something that will cover as good and as quick as that. So even though we're using thinner red paint, because red on white isn't the best colour to spray, it's going to need a few coats. There's a lot of coverage down to nice thin lines to being able to write your name. Then, like I say, that airbrush will do an absolute multitude of jobs. Now, like I say, the beauty of the pinch tip, and I've shown it before, it's going to put the excess paint back in the cup. I don't like wasting paint, so as long as you've mixed it with just a little bit of thinner, you can pop it back in the paint pot. Over time, as your paint's sat next to you and you've been spraying, and you leave the lid off while you're painting, a little bit of that thinner's going to evaporate away. So just trying to get rid of the excess paint now on the colour cup. Once you got most of it out, and again I've gone left my cleaning brush over here. Let's see if we can reach through and grab it. There's one. Ooh, close, nearly got the right one, but that one will do. So cleaning, and this is what I like about the pinch tip. You can go in, get the multitude of paint out, and red is an absolute pig of a colour to get out. It's a pain to paint. So like I said, I took a little bit of the UMP cleaner in there and dropped the brush everywhere. Quick colour cup round, give it a clean, tip it away, which again I really should have been prepared but I wasn't. Tip it away any excess, get your tissue again, wipe away, and again this is where the CR Plus longevity is going to come in, because you're getting paint, solvent all over that nickel finish. It is going to last a lot longer than the more delicate nickel finish. As you can see, just by doing that, we've got probably 80% of the paint out. Give that a quick go around in there, and then this is where the pinch tip comes into return. We put a little bit of cleaner in, a little bit of tissue over the pinch tip, cover the nozzle, we backflow it, and you'll see that colour's come back into the cleaner. So what you're doing there by backflowing, you're blowing air through the airbrush, through the needle nozzle, which has still got remnants of paint in, and back into the colour cup. So it's just a really quick, simple way of cleaning your airbrush. Now like I say, Martin Aircraft does supply these little yellow plastic nozzle covers that do fit over the end to save you having to do that. Where I prefer the Speed and these of just doing a backflow. And even a colour as difficult as red, because red is quite a hard colour to get rid of. You can see now, tip that away, and that is one spotlessly clean airbrush. And you'll find clean it like that will cut down on the amount of time you have to strip it down, to clean it, because you get rid of all remnants of paint inside, and it'll just make it airbrushing a lot easier to do. So there's the CR Plus. Like I said, I don't want to spray the other one, the 2-in-1, because that's going to be a prize. So I want to leave that for somebody brand spanking new, because I haven't been paint sprayed with yet. But like I say, you can see the advantages over the CR Plus, because over time you're going to get everything over there, especially when I use cellulose, lacquer, all different types of paint. Every paint that you've seen on much paint I've got on here, you'll know exactly how much I use. Using the pinch tip to backflow will keep the airbrush spotlessly clean inside, and it'll make your strip down and cleaning so much easier. I don't strip down my airbrush after every use. I probably do it once a week, and I have no problems whatsoever. I see people that strip down their airbrush after every use, and that's fine, not a problem at all. I don't see the need to do that. If I notice a blockage, I'll strip it down then. Using a high quality airbrush cleaner like our UMP airbrush cleaner, again, cuts down your cleaning to basically virtually nil, and that makes a massive difference as well. So if you're on a budget and you want an Evolution, you can get the Evolution Solo, which is about £95. Then you can go the 2-in-1, which gets you the 2 and the 4mm needle. Or you've got a little bit more money, you can go for the higher spec CR Plus, which you get the pinch tip, the chrome plating, the triple needle seal inside, 2 colour cups, the 2 colour cup lids, and obviously a bit more of a hardware and finish. That's where my money would go, and that's why I'm keeping the CR Plus. There you go. So there's no review of both the standard Evolution 2-in-1 and the CR Plus 2-in-1. Hope that's proved useful. If anyone's looking for a new airbrush, go and have a look at Martin's website at www.air-craft.net. Fantastic service from Martin. I use him all the time for all my airbrushing stuff. I've done for a number of years now, and I've never had a problem, never had a complaint. And just really can't fault Martin. He's a very nice guy. He'll answer all your questions. He'll help you pick the right airbrush, pick up the phone, speak to him, or email him, and I'm sure he'll always help you out. But there we go. So thanks for watching. Hope you liked the review, and I'll catch you guys later.